going to do this because the people we are having come on, I'm so excited. Thank you. I know this is a crazy Tuesday night, not normal for us. So thank you, all of you that are here. We love and appreciate you. Super excited for tonight's stream. We have Tony and Martine of Fantasmic Chronicles. I always want to say orgasmic, to be honest. For Fantasmic Chronicles. They are a fantastic couple. They have a great channel. So everyone, please check them out. But we're going to get to know them a little bit better. And they have an amazing live stream charity event this coming Saturday. Oops, Tina is here. I better watch myself. So I better behave. That I really was so excited to share with all of you. So we're gonna get to know them. We're gonna talk about this awesome fundraiser they're having for children, and it's gonna be amazing. So thank you so much for joining me on a Tuesday. Let's say if you happen to be watching this on replay, please leave a comment down below. #replay, and I'm gonna tell you that you're amazing. And thank you to all our amazing friends that are here. Thank you. Let's say hi to everyone. We have the fantastic Byron Chandler, who is such a great supporter of the community. Thank you so much, Byron. We have MVP, I like to call her, my favorite donut eating buddy, Tina McNeil, Tina DCS. Love you so much, girlfriend. Had so much fun on Sunday night. If you haven't seen our women's panel of everything we love about autumn and fall that we did on Spilling the Disney Tea this past Sunday night, you have to watch it. Tina was amazing. All of my friends were. It was so fun to hang out with girlfriends. So that was a fun stream. And we have our favorite wild and crazy guy, Crazy Mike's fun channel is here. Definitely check out his channel. He has some fantastic. I love it because he's got a pirate ship Halloween decoration that blows cannons and makes smoke, and it's a pretty cool little video he's got on his channel. Oh my goodness. Our favorite singing lumberjack is in the house. Paul Eichenlaub, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate. I want candy. I want candy. Candy Mom is here, my very bestest friend in the whole world who I love. So thank you so much. Cynthia, I miss you and I love you. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And if I didn't say hi, I know I saw Mandy earlier and Kenneth, the moderator, amazing, link dropping, fantastic friend. And thank you for sharing out the stream. That means a lot to me, Kenneth. So thank you so much. Oh, and there's Richard Blumen Cheesa. I don't know why I always say it like that. It's kind of annoying, but it's fun. Cheesa. Love Richard. He is. I want to be Richard. Richard, will you adopt me, please? He is like at Disneyland, at Disney World, on a cruise, in New York City, in Seattle. The man is everywhere, and he's like, he'll be home for 3 days and he goes on another vacation. So adopt me, please. I'm not even that hard to keep up with. So I promise. Well, I'm lying, but I am a lot. And you know who's a lot of fun is Chris Addy Family Adventures, where after this stream, I would like all of you to go because he's having, what is it? General knowledge trivia. And I'm on that show. So you'll probably win. If you go and you play, you'll probably win. Because I asked him to have a useless information trivia night because I am like queen of useless information. However, it's general trivia. So join that tonight. It's at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Disneyland time. So, all right. Well, let's bring on, without further ado, I think they've lulled themselves into either pure panic or a sense of serenity. Let's bring on Tony and Martine of Fantasmic Chronicles. Fantasmic Chronicles.
Thanks, Kelly.
What kind of channel is that again?
Family friendly.
Oh, okay.
Fantasmic
Chronicles.
Hey, I'm like the king of useless knowledge. So we're like the king and queen. We're like royalty right now.
I love that. Some random thing, I will know. It's something not so random. I'm like, who's supposed to know this? You know?
Yeah, you said that about useless knowledge, and she just goes, we'll just be sitting on the couch talking about random things, and all of a sudden I'll just blurb out this weird thing I've probably seen 15 years ago on Bar Night Trivia that no one else on this earth but me and 3 other drunks know.
Exactly. I literally just did that the other day. Somebody was talking to me about the pancake restaurant at Ponce de Leon Springs. And I was like, if you swim around that 9 times, you've gone a mile. And
See, that sounds exactly like something I would say. Just the randomness of
there was
this
just
kind
pure
of thing.
silence. Like, what? I love it. I love it. Well, let's get to know you two a little bit better. For anyone who has not checked out Fantasmic Chronicles, please do yourself a favor. Go over to the channel, check them out. You'll be so happy at yourself. So, what in the world brought you to try this thing called YouTube? What was the process there? And Martine, I have a feeling you were drug into this.
Yeah.
She was. Now, see, this all started when we took the kids back in 2016. We have a child that's autistic. And one of the things that I thought after we got done was, why didn't we use the DAS? So we went back in 2019 and I decided to do a live stream. And I think at the time it was just my name. And I went live doing a review on my take on how the DAS pass system worked. And
somehow I've gotten lipstick all over myself. Keep talking.
Anybody starting out in this, and I think we're in a different place with YouTube now. People understand that it's a grind. Even if you're just starting out, you're kind of going in understanding it's a grind. When I started, I was like, look at all these people that just throw Disney stuff out there, and thousands of people watch them. How hard can it be? I'm full of knowledge.
Right? I get that. I thought the same thing. I thought, I know things people just don't know, so it'll be fine. Right?
Well, I did this live stream and it went okay. I mean, I had people that I've met and people that I've known. And I mean, for me, my first stream, it was pretty successful. I had 8 people in there. I was king of the world.
I love that.
Then I started thinking, how am I going to be a Disney YouTuber in Ohio? And I started thinking, there's ways around it. There's people that do it. And I started kind of fishing around for names. And I told my wife, I said, I want something with Fantasmic. Sorcerer Mickey is my spirit animal. He's tattooed on me. It's my favorite show at Disney.
Well, that was one of my questions. So now we know.
Yeah.
But where is it?
Oh, it's from the back of my knee.
You're not supposed to say it yet.
Oh.
We're going to have the chat guess.
Well, it's not on the back of my leg. No, it covers the entire back of my calf. It's Mickey on the mountain controlling the waves.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I actually went to an engine that picks your YouTube name. You start putting in things that you want to do. Like I wanted to bring Disney news. And it popped up all these names of all these things that were related to news. And Chronicles popped out to me. I was like, that works because, Fantasmic is my favorite show. So I don't necessarily have to be just Disney. The name Fantasmic means something to me. As a travel advisor, my page is Vacations by Fantasmic. And I mean, that's just what I've stuck with. And then if you look at my channel logo, you can see the corkscrew in there is from the iconic ride at Cedar Point, the corkscrew, which is the first coaster to go upside down 3 times.
Yeah,
useless knowledge.
No, I love the little hidden details in there. I love the word Chronicles. I mean, you think Chronicles of Narnia or Spiderwick Chronicles, kind of these great adventure, fantasy. So I love that. That's really good. And I love how you incorporated the corkscrew. No, Candy Mom is saying that she thinks the tattoo is on your butt. You think
Well,
he has a tramp stamp, Cynthia?
I'll never tell.
I will. I'll let you know.
And really quick, I want to welcome, oh my goodness, our favorite teacher, Carol Karki, is here.
Hi,
You
Carol.
can't ever leave home without your car keys. So thank you so much for being here, Carol. We love you. The amazing Jonathan Chong has joined us. So thank you, Jonathan. And I saw Sandy, where the birds are well 24/27. Thank you so much for being here, Sandy. And thank you, everyone, for joining us to celebrate Tony and Martine and their fantastic fundraiser they're going to do. But we're still going to be talking about your channel. So I love it. And I love that you're talking and not making me like think.
Oh, he'll talk. Don't worry.
She will
So-
too. Don't let her fool you.
I'm the
So
quiet
did you
one.
so you said your very first video or your very first upload was a live stream? Had you
Yeah.
done vlogs before that, or you
Are you
just
sure?
jumped in?
Yep. My very first thing I put on that channel was that live stream.
I don't
Wow.
remember.
And there were a lot of uhs and ums and I still do that though, by the way. That's kind of like my catchphrase.
Yeah, it's part of your branding. It's
I was good at it from the start. What can I say?
I say so a lot. Like I'll be like, and so, like when I don't know what to say, it's terrible. But that's the neat thing about live streams is you really can just be yourself. I mean, yeah, there's planning and exhausting and all that stuff, but
Planning.
you can have a
What?
little more
Planning?
leeway,
What is
That's-
that word?
I haven't done a lot of live streams from the parks. It's always sort of a thought.
There's
but...
a lot of cursing before I go live.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And like, I can never get anything to work. Like I have a gimbal that I've never used because I can never get it to work. I need Sean VP to help me because it's terrible. But anyway, so you had this live stream. People actually showed up. That is amazing. I would probably be like, I am king of the world. Put me on the front of the Titanic.
Well, I was thinking, you know what? It's probably going to be something where a couple of people come in that just know me. And because, I messaged quite a few people like, hey, if you get a chance, stop in. I'm pretty nervous. They come in and they actually were giving me useful information as well as the information I was giving, which was really good. And I've met a few people that I've done multiple things streaming wise over the years from that first live stream.
Yes. I love that. I mean, that's pretty bold, honestly. Not even put a vlog up, but just go straight into live streaming. And you started your channel in 2019?
That's when I started posting to it. I'd had a channel with just, people's chats and everything.
Oh, yeah, because we would go into people's
oh,
lives.
We spent so much time watching people at Disney because the kids were really little. Our kids are much older now, from 11 to 15, but they were just munchkins in 16, and that's all we did. Every Friday night was Josh and Jenna. Every Thursday was Corey. Like the kids got to meet Corey in 2019, and they thought that was just the greatest thing ever. And Corey at the time was like 9,000 subscribers. And to them, this guy ran the world. 9,000 people watch him. They didn't correlate the fact that just because you have that many doesn't mean that's who's in there. But it was Stephanie's birthday. And they stopped everything. They had a conversation with us and they were tremendous. And that kind of told me I would like to do that. And I've told her a few times, because I do so much Cedar Point and I mainly live stream up there. People see me with my camera a lot. I get little kids coming up. Are you a YouTuber? And I'm like, well, yeah. I don't want to, crush their dreams, be like, yeah, this shit sucks. I try not to do that.
Now, do you have little buttons or cards or anything that you should, because little kids would be so amazed that that's what I was going to ask. Have you ever been recognized at Cedar Point or at Disney Have you been like, I mean, tell me about that. Tell me about the first time or the most memorable time that happened.
I'll tell you one of the best things that happened to me. It happened to me. When did I get that Instagram?
Why are you looking away?
When did I get that Instagram about the woman whose son performed, the one that did Swell Tones and stuff? Anyways, there's a couple of shows that this one guy's in, and he's actually friends with Gaston at Disney as well. But he contracts every summer at Cedar Point because they're from Michigan. And I mean, I can't help that they're from Michigan, but I mean, that's okay. But
Michigan and Ohio do have this thing.
But she sent me a really long Instagram, and a little bit of it, she was complaining because one of the people in the chat was making fun of themselves by saying he looked like he could dance like one of the dancers, and it was him. And he's one of the most talented guys that I've caught up there all year, and I've really enjoyed filming him all year. And she sent me a thing talking about how much it means to her, and she brought up another mom who was in my chat, whose daughter was in the parade, and how much it means to them because their kids are away a lot because they're performers, and it meant so much to her to be able to watch him over the summer perform. And she thanked me for being so kind to all the people that worked up there, and the fact that most of the people you see that do Cedar Point, they're showing food or they're trying to show rides.
Yeah.
I go from show to show to show to show. I love the shows up there. And Cedar Point was never a place to go for shows. That was a place you went to scream and go 100 mile an hour. But now there's just shows everywhere.
That's why I thought you were Orgasmic Chronicles. Anyway, you told me, which I did not know. So anyone that actually Cedar Point puts out their own really professional, high quality on-ride videos, because you're really not supposed to go live or film on their rides because they're crazy. They're crazy rides.
Well,
right?
And it's not just you're not supposed to, it's against Ohio state law.
Yeah. So you're doing something totally different. You're showing us what nobody else is, and that's those shows. But I do love to eat, so food's always good too. But
their food is good.
Yeah, and that's something. And that's something Cedar Point and Cedar Fair, the parent company, has really put a lot into entertainment and food. Like, people were all up in arms over the last couple of years because they keep taking things out and putting restaurants in. I'm not waiting an hour to eat from a concession stand.
Right.
These are restaurants. Like, we do all season dining as well.
Nice.
We, for 6 people, all season dining, 2 meals a day, unlimited drinks, gold passes, which includes parking. It cost us just a little over $1,100 for 6 people for a year.
If I lived close by, I'd be going every day.
Well, and we got one son that said, "Dad, if we were within like an hour," I said, "Yeah, we'd be there a lot."
Yeah.
I think they're in that whole thing with Knott's Berry Farm too, right?
Cedar Fair owns them as well.
So it's really a cool deal if you get the annual pass and you do travel at all. There's so many parks that you can go to.
That is a higher tier pass, and it's only $100 more. Now we have always bought it at the end of the season, which it's $99. It's $125 for $249, I think, next year. That gets you all 11 parks and all 3 of their water parks that are in Texas.
I mean, that's crazy. That's craziness. That's an awesome value. That is an awesome value. I think there's like 2 or 3 parks in California alone that are in that.
There's California Adventure and Santa Clara, right? And it's just down the road from Michelle and Garrett, Monarch Moments.
Yeah, and Carly and Kiko too. So
pretty
cool.
I forgot they were in that area.
Surf's Up, dude. Surf Bum is here. Welcome, John. Member of the
John.
channel. Thank you so much for being here. Yo-ho, my friend. So I'm so happy to have so many friends in chat tonight. Okay, so I don't even know what I asked. Have you ever met anyone? So the mom was thankful. I never even thought about that. That is so sweet. And it's got to really give you like an importance to what you're doing when you're showing those shows. But have you ever met anybody in the... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. She can tell you, it it actually touched me pretty deep. I was pretty.
He had tears. He gets
I really did.
emotional, especially over kids, very easily. And you know, and it
Just knowing what it meant to her to watch her
Yeah.
son, who has, this was, she said, his 5th year of college, and he's either at college, at Disney, or at Cedar Point. So she doesn't see him.
and then she
Yeah.
doesn't get to see him perform either often like she would like to. And so that's
I
what she
mean,
was
I
saying,
bet
that
she's,
through the
you know,
live
showing
she
it
gets to
to
watch him.
relatives and,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
and neighbors, like, oh, you know, look at him. So that is really, really cool. Now, has anybody recognized you in the park? Like, has somebody come up to you and said, hey, are you Fantasmic Chronicles?
Yeah, well, this year has been a little different because it feels like there's been a huge turnover in the talent. But I
Mhm.
know in 2021 there was a band, trying to remember the name, on tap, that plays in a place called Red Garter Saloon. And last year's band, they actually stopped me and wanted to know if I was live or if I was going to make a vlog so they could share it out. And then they went back and Road Trip Dave in his
I'm like,
house.
what up? What's up? Like he does. Oh my goodness. I'm sort of fangirling right now. Road Trip Dave, thank you for being here. Wow. Yowza. So good to see you. Appreciate you. Anyway, go ahead with your story while
But
I'm
anyways, they stopped
just
and talked to
fanning
me for a
myself.
while, and they told me where they were from, and they told me the name of the bands that they're all in the local area. And there's a show that we've caught several times. It's probably one of the most thrilling shows is the Pep Rally. There's a show with a
Pump Up
live
Pep
band.
Rally.
Yeah, Pump Up Pep Rally. There's cheerleaders, there's drumline, there's there's a couple of saxophonists, trombonists, a trumpeter. But I mean, it's a 30-minute show, and these poor folks are out in the middle of the midway in the beaten down sun. And I mean, there's a few of them. The guy with the saxophone, I mean, he's
Hey, Taylor.
dancing around in the sun, and I'm like, these guys, and they caught me going to the other side of the stage to go back to another show. What's up, Danny?
Hi, Danny. Welcome to Real Geeks. Fantastic channel as well. Any mods in chat, please feel free to go ahead and post links to any of the channels that are here. You know, we're all here to help each other. High tide rises all boats. So please feel free to do that. I know Taylor Ray, Taylor Made Magic. We have Crazy Mike's channel. We have Road Trip Dave and Two Real Geeks. So thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so that is amazing. I love that. That sounds like a really great show. I used to be a cheerleader a long time ago. I actually had a cheerleading studio. And but there's something about the sound of the drum line and the cheerleaders and you know the band, and so they're bringing that to the park. I love that.
When we get off here, I'll send you a link to the show.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And everybody, please go check out Martine and Tony's channel. It's fantastic. And I mean, you've really grown since just 2019.
It's really only his channel.
Not really. Now I'm going to stop her right there.
Garrett has has pushed that it's much better when I'm in it, I guess.
Well, Pete McDevitt said the same thing.
Pete did say that the you know,
well, you got to give them some eye candy, Tony.
couples do better. So
Well, usually when people want the eye candy, that's when I go with the tank top and Speedo.
And show off the tramp stamp.
Well,
that's
yeah.
right.
I have her shave my back. That way people can see it better.
Oh, no.
No, I will tell you, there are times where she's literally just been like quietly said to me, will you just put the camera away? And
He enjoys the live streaming. He definitely does.
I do. And she gets on me, you need to film more, edit more. She likes to see me sit around and cuss and yell, throw the laptop, because Because here's my issue with that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against editing. There are a lot of really good people out there that do really good with editing. I spent 4 hours on a 12-second clip. Slowed it. This is a dive coaster. It's the world's tall. Well, it was the world's tallest. It's been beaten recently, but it's 223 foot tall, and it hangs you over the top. And it holds you, then releases you. She filmed it on opening weekend last year.
I don't know. Yeah,
it was last year. And I took and I slowed it down and I put this really cool music in it. And I mean, it's one of the best videos I've ever done.
It's like it's kind of like a short, really.
Yeah, it's just literally over a minute. But you know what?
It really is amazing. And it's had like 5 views.
It's at 97 views.
What is funny, and I really do. Yes, I love the editing process, but it can be. I mean, I have been editing this like Springs one for like a month. Like, honestly, I was doing it for like 4 additional hours last night. But I really do those more for like capturing the family memory. You know what I mean? But, I hope people enjoy them too. But it's so funny. You'll put your heart and soul into editing a vlog, put it up, 5 people to watch it, right?
Yep.
And then there's a couple that I've thought, I shouldn't even put this out. It's not very good. But I'm like, you know what? I just Dole Whip Dad, Jeff, is one of our very bestest friends and one of our early friends. And he's like, you know what? Put it out, move on to the next. Don't worry about it. Just put it out, move on to the next. So the couple times I've done that where I have not put my heart and soul and what I think is my editing talent. I know it's not very good. But okay. I just put up a short, which is probably the best short I did, and it's not very good. 33,000 views. But one, I'm like, I am so proud of this. It's going to be amazing. So you kind of do have to have Jeff's philosophy of do it the best you can, and then just put it out and move to the next. Because at that point, it's just up to whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's a ride that opened last year. It's called Snake River Expedition. It's kind of Cedar Point's answer to the Jungle Cruise. It's corny. There's actually characters interact and actors interact throughout the entire show. I filmed this thing at 4K. I edited this thing up. I made it interesting. I put it out. It's got like 12 views. I put it out the day after it opened. There was only 2 others out there. I just did a live stream before they closed it for the season. I got on that ride. I had 40 people in chat watching.
Yeah.
And nobody left. And they enjoyed it.
Yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing. The live streams definitely do better. But it's just a thing. Do what you love is ultimately, if you love live streaming and you hate editing, then live stream. It is a balance though. I get you, Martine, in that when I go with friends or I go with my family, I am very focused on, okay, we all just went to Disneyland and I was like, I will film the Electric Light Parade because we were there opening weekend and I love the parade and my kids don't. So they wanted to go ride rides. So I did that. And I love the train at Disneyland. So in the early day, I did the train and I did that. And you know what? I put my camera away because really, ultimately, it's more important to make the memories with those you love. Yeah. You know what I mean? So instead of feeling like I have to film everything, and it is kind of a balance, and everybody finds their own. Plus they hate it. They hate filming all the time. I don't know if your kids are that way too, but sometimes they love it. Sometimes they hate I don't know. But let's see. Do you and you said you have 2 kiddos, is that right? 11 and 15? Wait, how many? They're
4.
11 to 15.
Yep.
Mhm.
11, 13, 13. One will be 15 at the end of next month.
Oh my goodness. What a fun household you must have. Now, what's the mix? Girls, boys?
1 girl.
And
Oh,
3
the little
boys.
princess.
She
There you
thinks.
Well, she is. That's how that works. I have 4 as well, 2 boys, 2 girls. And kids are just the best. They're the best.
Okay.
So fun. Love them.
Okay.
No, well, they are. They really are. There is that weird phase they go through where you're like, who are
From like
you?
birth to 18.
Oh, stop.
Who
Don't
are
let him
you?
hear you.
And then they come back. I was a teacher as well, and in college studied a lot of like human development and things like that. And I remember, and it stuck out to me that who you ultimately will be is who you are at 5 years old. And if you think of yourself, like I am still that 5-year-old Kelly. You know what I mean? Now I did go crazy in my teenage years, but I came back. And I've seen my kids do the same thing. As they enter those early 20s, they're back to being that 5-year-old, you know,
Man,
exactly the same.
I'm still holding out hope that I can go ramp my bike for a living.
You just got to hold your breath until especially daughters. They can be like, are you wearing that? Are you doing that? Don't say that. It's embarrassing. Love you, Taylor.
Yeah, we're starting to go through that with Caitlin. And I'm the dad that walks around places like Cedar Point, and I go, hey, see her over there? You know, the one that's going to be pregnant next year? You're not walking out of the house dressed like that. Ever.
I seriously,
I'm that
I
bad.
am really lucky too, but like my girls never. I know that would have never happened. But I was at Disney. I will never forget this, but you see it a lot. I was at Wilderness Lodge, and I was at the oh gosh, the restaurant there. I can't even think of it right now.
Whispering Canyon?
Yes, Whispering Canyon. And this family got up, and I kind of watched them walk, and the daughter was last, and she was probably 16. And I'm not kidding, a good 3 inches of her butt cheek was hanging out of her shorts. And I happened to say kind of loudly, oh, hey, let's get ready to go to Disney. Yeah, I'm just going to put on my underwear and walk around.
That sounds like something I would say a
And
little
like
too
a mom
loudly.
and dad, like, yeah, mom and dad, I'm just gonna wear my underwear to Disney. You know, like
If they're even
my
wearing
dad would have
underwear.
been like, are you putting clothes on or you're staying in the room? What?
Right. Well, right now we're she does competition dance,
Oh,
and we went to go pick out a solo costume,
mm-hmm.
and you know she was picking some stuff out, and I'm like, whoa, there is way too much of that middle section showing. We're not, no. So
And I was thinking that about the one they picked out.
Oh my God. You know,
AJC.
it's really hard in dance. I was a cheerleader and I had a cheerleading studio. So they wore like, and back then they wore like real cheerleading costumes. And I always had my girls at that. And no, I did not allow other than my high schoolers to wear makeup because I like that all American kind of cheerleader look. But there weren't other people to compete against other than dance studios. And those little girls go out sometimes looking like hoochie mamas. And I'm like, what is
I have a rough
happening?
time watching the performances because it's
I feel like we
there's
should all
gotta
be
be a lot of
arrested that are in
fathers.
this audience right now.
There's got to be a lot of fathers sitting out there going, just looking over at their wife going, are you serious right now, Karen?
Like, what is happening? Why is this 5-year-old twerking? I don't know.
Oh,
She had to, because she saved a bunch of outfits that Caitlin liked, and she kept showing them to me. And every one she showed, I was like, nope, nope, no. And she's like, but hun, it's not like she, and I,
Oh
no.
my gosh. Sorry, I missed Surfer Girl. Hi, Cherie. Sorry. I get very excited. Okay, go ahead.
But, you know, and I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that it's dance and it's going to be somewhat revealing. But it's very hard because, especially with her, I'm probably more protective towards her than I am the boys.
Obviously.
So if they
The
wanted
boys
to wear
aren't trying to
revealing
wear booty
outfits
shorts.
and gyrate in public,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. No, I get it. And there's a good reason to be more protective of your girls. Let's be honest, in that way, you know.
Well,
We're
and
more
there's so
protective
many,
of our boys in other ways, but you know.
but there's so many more avenues for undesirable people
Yes.
to access these dances because
Yeah.
when they go to competitions, I don't normally go to them, but I can watch them. I log into
you can watch them online.
Yep, and you know that that's going on out there somewhere, and that really as I'm watching it. Those kinds of things run through my head.
That's because we're worrisome parents.
Yeah.
I am a proud helicopter mom. I like to helicopter. I like to know it all, protect it all. And, you know, I don't know if you guys, I wouldn't even let my kids watch anything other than Disney Channel, PBS, or, you know, I'd like Nickelodeon too racy. We are not doing that. That is, they are so disrespectful. Nick Jr. I did allow Nick Jr. So
they're
you know,
either watching Phineas and Ferb or reruns of Doctor Who on late night PBS.
And they're so mad at me because I wouldn't let them watch SpongeBob, and they're like, "We can't even connect with our generation because you didn't let us watch this." I was like, "Well, it was just trash for your brain."
I don't know. I had a lot of good times watching SpongeBob.
People love that show, and I was like, I think the first one I saw was the underwear one, and I was like, "Oh, we are not doing it. We're not."
That may have been one of the tamer episodes. I was just getting ready to point out that you put that in there.
Taylor is catching up. That's my oldest daughter. Catching up on, you know, pop culture for her generation now that she's, you know, old enough to not listen. Tell me a little bit about Cedar Point. Now, I know Addie family, he lives right on the border, kind of mid-Indiana, but right on the border to Ohio. So he goes to Kings Island a lot.
Yeah, I see a lot of his stuff.
What is it about Cedar Point? I mean, to me, I've never been. I'm from Southern Indiana. We went to Holiday Worlds. Santa Claus Land. Come on. Have you been there? It's amazing.
No, but that is on my bucket list.
I want to do a huge invite people to come about this time next year, because this is the time they do their big fall corn maze, and they do, you know, Halloween nights and all that on the weekend. So anyway, I'll keep you in that loop. But tell me what makes Cedar. I always hear coasters. What makes Cedar Point somewhere you want to be annual pass holders, you want to live stream from, and you want to go all the time?
Coasters. No, seriously.
It's something that we can do as a family together, because the kids love it.
3 of them.
Well, yeah, but essentially, you know, and so we go up there and they just go and they just have such a good time. And, you know, they enjoy, you know, we get to go to the beach if we want to go to the beach, or it's right on the beach also. And then they have a water park too. And
that's nice. That's super nice.
And like I said, you know, the entertainment is fantastic. I
didn't even know they had entertainment. I know I need to catch up on your videos now, and I'm going to be obsessed. So I'm not a stalker when you see me comment on every one of them now.
Their entertainment.
Everybody says coasters. Entertainment. Who knew?
Well, here's the thing. It's the most unique park you will ever visit. You are on a peninsula. You're literally connected by a strip of land wide enough for a road. There's 2 roads that access Cedar Point. One of them is, it's the longest stretch of the United States that's not a highway and has no stop signs. It's 4 miles from US Route 6 to the toll booth. 4 miles nonstop, and it's 35 miles an hour. It takes forever. But you are driving right along the rocks and the lake. 4 miles along Lake Erie. And then if you drive up the causeway in, once you get across, you're surrounded all the way around outside that little strip of land by water.
That's amazing.
You have to cross a bridge to get on the peninsula.
Wow. That's got to be just absolutely flipping beautiful. You know?
It is beautiful. And the smell.
I love that, Jonathan.
It's probably because I went up to Lake Erie with my grandfather when I was growing up. And so when I step out of the car and I smell that smell, and it's probably really like a dead fish smell.
It's actually seagull crap, but here we are.
You know, that dead fish seagull. I wish they'd make a candle of that.
Hey, if you find one, our address is Addie Family Adventures. Yeah. I'll say yes and I'll say no. They already have a boardwalk section, but they are going to retheme an entire area to make it more like a boardwalk, like a Jersey Shore, like a Coney Island. They're putting in like an old school Wild Mouse coaster. They're bringing some of the old school flat rides.
I love mousetrap coasters. I absolutely love them. Like
everybody can ride them.
Barnstormer, or in Disneyland, you've got Goofy Sky School, and I love those. That's about as thrilling as I go, though.
Yeah, and they've been needing something a little smaller. I mean, because they've always been. There's a reason for years, it's been called America's Roller Coast because of all the roller coasters. You know, there are 17 roller coasters right now, and they're just not. They are taking out, and there's some debate on what they're going to do with it. They have a coaster that was called Top Thrill Dragster. It had a really bad accident last year, and it was 420 foot tall. It launches off at 120 miles an hour, goes straight up and over a top hat and back down, and that was it. But it was the most amazing 15 seconds you'll ever spend on a ride. And Danny actually, they have one at Six Flags out in New Jersey that's the exact same model, and he's ridden that one out there. And if you're into roller coasters, it's one of the most amazing experiences you'll ever have.
Now, are you a member of the American Coaster Enthusiast ACE or anything like that?
See, me and my son were going to join this year because Cedar Point does a 2-day coaster con called Coaster Mania. But you didn't have to be a member this year. We didn't get to go anyway. But I've looked at joining something like that. But the benefits to us, they really aren't there.
Gotcha. You know? Unless you're going to travel to other parks, right? Because then you get to mark off points or something. I know the Coaster weekend that Kennedy and I were at Holiday World last year was actually the ACE event, and man, they fed them so good, and they got all this cool stuff. I thought it was pretty awesome.
Was it the one this year?
Monique. It was in it was 2021 that we went. So not on purpose did we go.
See, Road Trip Dave is there in Charlotte, and see, me and my son last year we went to Charlotte to Carowinds, which is another Cedar Fair park, and we spent 3 days down there, and that was a pretty amazing park as well.
I've driven by it. I went, and I want to go. It's my dream. That's my dream. If I win the lottery, I want to travel the United States because I absolutely love road tripping America, and I want to go to every theme park in every state. I want to start going Route 66 from Illinois to Santa Monica, California, and just hit all the theme parks on the way. But I probably need to buy some tickets if I'm planning on winning.
If you go to Carowinds, don't ask Dave to meet you down there.
I will.
No, don't do it because he'll just
I am,
disappoint
because
you.
so I can say,
Oh,
what's up?
stop.
He's going to comment here in a minute that I'm always giving him a hard time. We tried to work something out to meet up with him when we were down there, and it just didn't work out.
Did he diss you?
Yes,
He
he
was
did.
busy with stuff with his children.
That's what he says. Dave knows I'm kidding. I love Dave to death.
Oh
Dave
my
is such a
goodness.
great
Chris
guy.
and Dave are here as well. Adventures by
Hi,
D, thank
Adventures
you
by
so much
D.
for being here, my friends. Okay, since we have such an awesome crew here right now, can I please have you guys back for the newlywed game? I on purpose asked no questions that I asked for the newlywed game, but please, under pressure, I'm only asking you in front of everyone else, so you have to say yes.
I don't feel pressured, sure. As long as I'm not working.
We'll
Actually,
work it out.
Dave doesn't deserve grief. He had a lot going on with his kids, and I completely understood.
Yeah.
But I can't let it go. It's one of the things that I love about Dave is he just lets me keep crying about it, and he just keeps on listening to it.
Oh my goodness. I am so happy to see you, Monique. Thank you so much. I'm a former cast member at Disney World, so we're each other's people. So oh my goodness. Oh wow. We prayers are for everybody in Florida right now, because this Hurricane Ian seems different than the last few hurricanes. So seems like at the very least everybody's gonna get a ton of rain. So definitely prayers for that. And okay, so now that I've pressured you into coming back, tell us about this fundraiser while we have so many friends here, because that is really, I wanted to bring you on, so hopefully we can get some more people to find out about it. So tell me what you're doing and who you're doing it for and why you're doing it.
The organization's called A Kid Again. They're headquartered out of Columbus, Ohio. They have chapters around Cincinnati. They have one up around Sandusky. They have one in Indiana. They have several of them throughout the Midwest. And they have a chapter in each state that are sisters as well. But they don't just do Make-A-Wish. They do like group outings. Last year at Cedar Point, they had a Kid Again Day where they invited 100 families with their kids and their siblings to come out and enjoy a day at Cedar Point. They got food for the day. They got drinks for the day. They got carte blanche throughout the park. They got access to the beach as well and access to the water park, which, Cedar Point's a huge corporation. They don't have to do things like that, but yet they do. And they do it on a yearly basis.
Monique.
Every year they do something called the Winter Chill Out, which I'm sure, as you can imagine, up by Lake Erie, it's cold. And every February, because they have to winterize the entire park.
I was going to say, they close down during off season or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Because
their last day will be the Sunday either of Halloween or just before, but they will not go into November because they actually have to drain all of the pipes and water lines and actually winterize them. But every February,
Holiday World's the same way. They go through Halloween and then they close down until like summer, I think.
Yeah, see, now Kings Island is actually open not open through Christmas. They will reopen after Thanksgiving, I believe, and do their Winter Fest. But Cedar Point has one day a year in February. They open up for something called the Winter Chill Out. And I mean, this is 200 people. That's it. It's $50 a person, and all that money goes to charity. And up until this year, they did it for the food bank, the Northern Ohio Food Bank. But it's always been all the money they made from all those tickets went directly to A Kid Again. So last year when we got to this stream for Halloween, I was like, this is my last stream of the year. I want to do something good. So I was kind of looking at things, and I actually came across the Cedar Point video of their Winter Chill Out for A Kid Again. And I was like, I love this kind of stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to raise money for A Kid Again. And I started looking into them, and they don't just make wishes for for critically ill children. They also grant wishes to groups, and they bring groups in to do different things. Like they'll select a group to go out on a fishing trip on Lake Erie. They'll take them to Kings Island. They'll go to a Columbus Clippers minor league baseball game, but they'll like pack out the entire park. Like they'll rent out the
Wow.
entire park, and you know, everybody in the stands will be kids for Kid Again.
Wow.
And I was like, and the more I looked into it, like you hear stories about give kids the world, it costs X amount of money. But as I was reading into a Kid Again, they grant more than just a couple of days at Disney or a couple of days at Universal. They're granting full wishes. And I'm not taking anything away from Give Kids the World. I think it's a great organization. But they said on average, according to their website, it costs over $11,000 to grant wishes. Now, do I think I'm going to get there? No. But if I raise $500, they're $500 closer to granting another wish.
It
But-
sounds like they include so many more people too, because they're
Yes.
doing big events where they can invite a lot of people instead of just granting, you know, it's almost like winning the lottery, like for Make-A-Wish or whatever, that you have to,
Right.
you know, there's only a certain amount. But
Mhm.
I like how they grant those type of wishes, but they also do these big events where like everybody can go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that drew me to them is it just feels like they, I don't want to say care more because that's not what I mean, but they try to go the extra mile because not every kid's able to look for a wish, you know, or going to be
Yeah.
able to get a
Yeah.
wish.
Yeah,
And
so this is just a different avenue, which is really, you know, and a lot of people, we're from Ohio and didn't know about it until
Well, and
you
it's
know, he found it.
as I was researching for y'all to come, it is kind of that Indiana, Ohio area that this is based in. So it's all local kids.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, that's very cool. I like
yeah,
that.
and when you do a fundraiser stream, you can actually pick where you want the money to go, like Northern Ohio, Southern Ohio. I just always pick wherever it's needed the most.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. Okay, so we now know what it's for. What are you doing? What do you want people to do? What are you going to do? Is it it's a live stream from the park?
From
Tell me
Cedar,
about it. Mhm.
it's their annual Halloween's event, which at 6:00 they release all the scare actors, and at 7:00. I'm sorry, at 6:00 some of the houses open, and at 7:00 they have what's called the Master of Ceremonies, which they have a stage show, which I'm going to be bringing. And as we're standing there, all the scare actors are going to come through us and to the back. And I got one thing to say to everybody: $250. We have to reach $250, and we
Oh,
need to reach it quick because she is scared to death. Tell them what you agreed to for $250.
I would go back to the scare zone.
oh my
Do you
goodness.
hear that?
Is it?
She'll go back to the scare zone.
Do you have a video from last year? Did you go last year? Like,
You
is it
have-
anything like Universal? Because like literally, I will ninja watch somebody's stream from there and not watch it because it's so scary. I can't imagine being there in person.
Yes.
So
It
are you
can
like
be.
that where it's like I feel like I
Yes.
might be in a padded cell after this?
In the scare zone it is. And that's why because I have anxiety anyway. I have panic disorder. And so things get to me. And I have ever since I was little, like my daughter hates dolls. I've never been able, she's 11 years old, and I think I've bought her one doll, and it was in the back of the closet forever. And she's scared to death of dolls. I'm scared to death of clowns.
Like
And
live clowns or clown dolls?
Clowns, period. It doesn't
Clown
matter if
dolls
they're real
and clowns.
clowns, if they're clown dolls, clowns.
She won't even eat a clowning cake. No, if you go through my past live streams about this time last year, I was there by myself with two of my boys because she wouldn't go, Caitlin wouldn't go, and I just did it without even asking for donations. I mean, I was fundraising, but I should have been smart and been like, hey, we reach a certain amount. I don't like scare stuff. It doesn't bother me the way it bothers her. I just don't like it because I have anxiety too. I'm walking back through there. And one thing I've already told some of my moderators, and I will put it in a mod chat. This is not going to be a family-friendly stream.
It might, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It
Because
wa-
it's scary. It's like, what kind of like things do they have? Like zombies or like
Yes,
or
Everything.
all the above.
characters from movies or what?
No characters from movies.
Okay.
The only IP that Cedar Point actually has is Peanuts, and I don't think there's anything.
They're not very scary.
No. not at
So
all.
why don't they just do a Charlie Brown Christmas or Halloween?
Yeah,
Well,
really.
they do that up front.
Yeah, up
It's
front.
a big pumpkin, the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, they actually have a hay bale maze called the Great Pumpkin Maze. Or
Oh my
the Great
gosh,
Pumpkin
that
Maze.
sounds so cute. Well, go over there too after you
Okay.
scare us to death.
During
we'll
the
all need it.
day, they have hay bales, and it's called the Great Pumpkin Race. And kids race those little pedal tractors. They
Oh,
race it around, and they time it. And if
oh
you
my
beat a certain
gosh.
time, you win a prize. But every kid gets candy when they're done. And if we get there early enough, I'll have to do a filming of it. Have you ever heard of Bean Boozled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Birdie Bots every flavor beans, but
Yes.
they're
They have
yes.
they
I
have a
love
they
those.
have a bamboozled stage for kids. They have to go up and they have to spin a wheel, and it'll just land on the color, and they're all mixed up. So they pick one
and
out.
one is like a Tutti Frutti that's the same color, and one is Throw Up, but
Yeah.
they look the same. Yes,
Yep.
I love those.
Oh,
I always throw them in
I
the
wish I'd-
Easter jelly beans.
I wish
at
I'd spent
Easter.
time and filmed that, because this one poor girl, I thought she was going to vomit on the stage. She was like, oh, it tastes like dog poop. And I'm thinking, how does this little girl know what
I
dog
know.
poop tastes like? But
I don't know how they make the things taste like it, because like the
Oh.
Throw Up one literally gives you that acidy
Yes.
feeling in your throat. Like, how do they do that? Like, I don't know that I want to know, but no, that sounds
it's
amazing.
sorcery.
So you're going to be live streaming, and there'll be a link or whatever that people can then go and donate or send it somewhere.
Yes, it
so
goes
you
directly to the charity. I don't ever see a dime of it. The link
That's
is
nice.
actually taking you right to a kid again, and to my page that I set up as a fundraiser. I will never see a dime of it. And as a matter of fact, I'm not monetized anyway, so I make nothing off of it.
No, that I love that you're doing that, and I'm so happy to kind of help spread the word. I'll definitely be posting about it this week, and I'll be watching and donating, and it's just a really great thing. I want to go back to these clowns though.
So does she.
No.
I just have to, it just made me think. I don't mind real life clowns as long as they're happy clowns. But my parents went to Mexico. I'm sorry, I'm having a traumatic moment here. My parents went to Mexico, and they brought me back a clown, and it was the creepiest looking thing. And I had a sister who was 20 years older than me, and I would go to school, and the clown would be, I had it in there because my mother gave it to me. I didn't enjoy it, so I had it up on the shelf. I would come home from school, and it would have moved to like my rocking chair.
See,
Oh, they
because it's
were-
a
Or I would go into the
clown.
bathroom, and then I would come back and it'd be on my bed, or it'd be in the middle of the floor. And I was like, oh my God. So one day I was reading Stephen King books around this time too. So then I took it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's just like, Stephen King novel. Or did you ever see that oh gosh, what Twilight Zone, where the doll like tries to kill everyone? So I was
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, that clown is that. It's moving by itself. So I went and put it in the trash can. Came back in the house, it was back in my room. Found out it was my sister doing it. But still, those clown dolls are creepy. And Taylor told me never to buy like porcelain dolls. We like to go thrifting a lot because they could be cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rip my ear off.
I'm sorry, totally off topic. I have ADD. Back to this. So you're going to be there opening night for the scary stuff and raising money for kids.
Mhm.
It's a win-win. And I'm excited to see it because I don't know as much as I should about Cedar Point. I want to go. No doll. Taylor's giving it no dolls, candles, or bells. So.
I've said it
Bells.
before, and I will say it again. This is going to be as family friendly as we can make it. A lot of words come out of my mouth when and I said it all through my first live stream that I did for Halloween. I think I actually watched back at it, and I was better than I thought I was. But
I love that.
as I'm walking through there, I'm like, oh my God, guys, I think I'm about to piss down my leg right now. And I'm just walking along, and I'm like, oh my God, I sound like such a woman. Because this would be her.
After we have 4 kids, there may be a little bit of peeing down our leg. I
didn't personally have 4. I had 2.
Two are mine and 2 are hers.
2 bonus kids and 2 of our own.
Well, that works out nice. So love it. You're the Brady Bunch.
Pretty much.
I love that. But yes, anyway. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is, well, you may need to wear a diaper for this stream.
Yeah. Well, if we get to 250, I'll put it on when we get to 250.
250. That's not
$2.50.
$2.50.
The diaper comes on.
250. And I'll tell you what. I know a lot of the employees up there, and one of them actually came back to be a scare actor, and she is working on getting me into one of the haunted houses with the live stream, which you're not supposed to be able to do. So I think it would be fun to walk through the haunted house. I'm saying, and I've got no problem. I would do it for nothing just to have fun. But if we somehow make it to $1,000, I will make sure I get you guys into one of the haunted houses.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
I'm not getting that money.
No, why not?
But I've still got. I'll tell you what. If we get to $1,000, she'll go into one of those houses. I guarantee you, she would.
No pressure there, Martine.
I'll just go ahead and get my pillow on the couch.
Please show up. Now, what time is this? Tell us all the details. I know that Kenneth has posted, and Jonathan, the link to your stream. Tell us when it is, where we need to be, and what we need to do.
This is Saturday, October 1st. This is this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. I would suggest start coming in around 6:30. I'm probably going to start it a few minutes early because I do want to catch the opening ceremonies. We're going to go until the phone dies, the battery dies, she yells at me. See what happens.
I have a heart attack.
Oh my goodness.
There are several really good looking shows that we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
There is a telling of the Telltale Heart, the Edgar Allan Poe story. There's a couple of bands that I want to catch and bring to you. And there's one stage show that I really want to catch back out at the celebration stage. So I plan on bringing you guys one last good run of shows up at Cedar Point.
Plus us.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, if you guys have ever watched any of my streams without her, come back and watch one with her.
I'm just kidding.
She does make my streams 100 times better.
Well, you are a really fun couple. You've come on the channel a few times, and you're fantastic. But you're so much more chatty with your wife next to you.
Because I'm chatty.
You bring out the best in each other. It's very cute. And
I've told her for a long time she brings out the best in me, and I really enjoy doing this stuff with her. And it's hard for her to get into it. But it's much better when she's there, especially when she's mad at me. I enjoy that so much more.
I am like tearing up a little bit. That is so sweet. I love it so much. And Monique, yes, I love candy corn. I love Reese's. Are you saying that you eat those together? Because that may be a game changer.
Is that Reese Pieces and candy corn?
Yes, I love
I've
Reese's
heard of that.
and Reese's Pieces, and I've heard that if you eat candy corn and peanuts, it's really good.
See, I like candy corn, peanuts, and M&Ms mixed together.
Oh, that's a good idea. I've never done that. And hi, sweet Debbie. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Okay, I'm sorry. ADD again is happening.
And, hey,
I was like, candy? Let's talk about candy.
sorry, Jonathan's been putting the direct link in the chat. That fundraiser is open. It is
Oh.
already open and going.
Well, wouldn't that be amazing if we could get to 250 and you show up in the diaper and she's already at the stair thing? I say that's what we need to do.
Oh,
But
Lordy.
I know that these numbers sound hard to reach, especially a channel
Well,
my
not
size.
if,
They
let's
feel hard
say,
to reach.
I don't know how many we have in chat because I can't see. But let's say we had 25. I don't know if we do. Everybody donates $10. We're at the 250.
And we have the almighty Pete McDevitt pushing us.
The godfather of the
Yeah.
Disney community. Yes.
Pete knows about the $250 mark. And we had the pleasure of meeting Pete in November.
Love Pete. Mm.
He will push that number. Pete will get on there and start telling people that they have to donate or they can't come back and stream. No, he won't do that. But I mean, you know what I mean? He loves to see people in these situations.
Yes, he does.
He really does. He really does. He's an incredible person, and I gave him the moniker. I'm very proud of that, of Godfather, and he truly is. He watches over all of us, and motivates us, and he's just a stinking good time too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. You know, when we were down there in November, we went there specifically to see Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's his own attraction at this point.
There were so many that showed up down there, and we met so many awesome people.
That's
like
so cool.
Tracy Glenn,
Yeah.
Kinsey,
And
Billy.
Billy.
They were
VP,
great. Yeah,
and
VP was great, and his
Yachty.
wife.
Everybody. It was
And I mean,
so nice to meet people, and just the community is so real.
You know, were you a little
I mean,
nervous about meeting people in person?
We
were you
were.
nervous beforehand?
No.
And then
we were.
what was
Not
that?
a little.
What was that experience like?
Let's see. We met, and well.
I mean, was
you
it
have time.
awkward, or was it like you were already friends?
No,
I know.
I mean,
like,
it was like you were already friends,
Yes.
and it's. I mean, it was.
there's
Like
something
we
about
were
people
just
that.
long lost family.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, honestly, the people I'm closest to, other than my children, are the people I've met in this community. I mean, they're really my friends.
That's kind of the way it's worked with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I kind of distanced myself, about a year and a half ago. Just I was trying to find my own way, and then I started finding my way back into these people's chats that I had just not really watched anymore, because I was trying to find my own identity as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't a Disney YouTuber. When we were down there, did I stream? Yeah. But am I a Disney YouTuber? No. I'm just a guy
I don't think we have to be a label. I think people that come to Fantasmic Chronicles may come initially for your theme park stuff, but really they like you. So whatever you're doing, people are going to watch. You know what I mean? So do you.
Whoa.
Whatever it is that's you.
We are already on our way.
Oh my gosh, what does that say?
Wait.
$26.
$26.
Yay! So please post the link again. And I would love it if they
We are
opened
10%
the stream
there.
with already the 250. That would be amazing.
Kenneth, thank you so much.
Kenneth is amazing. Amazing.
Yes. I have just recently gotten to know Kenneth through the chats, and everything that I have seen about him is absolutely amazing. He doesn't know me from Adam, and he is posting all my links for this stream. And Kenneth, it's very much appreciated.
He's amazing. He's amazing. I just sort of met him I haven't met him in person yet. I hope to. But, he just started showing up and started posting my links and is so helpful. And, Kenneth, we appreciate you. We think you're amazing. And all the moderators that help us is just incredible and so generous. So thank you. And talking about incredible and generous, the amazing, marvelous Mar in Memphis is here. So
Okay.
welcome, my girlfriend.
We're at 52.
52. Everyone, let's
Goodness
do
gracious.
it. Let's
Already.
do it.
That's
See,
exciting.
I never thought
That's
about
fun.
talking about the fact that the link's been live for about 2 weeks. And I hadn't thought about really mentioning that the link is live because, there are people that are not going to be able to come into the stream, and I'm absolutely fine with that. There are so many amazing people that are going to be live on Saturday evening.
What time is it Saturday that you're going? 6:30?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7
Eastern.
p.m.
So 4 p.m. your time.
But
Okay.
like he said, he'll probably be a little early.
Yeah.
I actually think, are you Eastern time?
Yes.
So I'm Pacific time, actually. So I'm 3 hours. So it'll be like.
Oh, you are Western Arizona.
Yeah. So
Are
only
you
the
like the Kingman area?
See, here's another random fact for you. Only the Indian reservations stay on mountain time. The rest of Arizona never changes time. So we never change time because we're like, we're not messing with that. Ain't nobody got time for it. So part of the year we're with California and part of the year we're with like everybody.
Yeah,
in the
you
mountains.
guys are like, we don't need that stinking daylight savings time.
No one does.
We're not
anymore.
pushing forward and springing
Well, it's going to
back.
stay
that
at daylight
nonsense.
savings time. That's what the bill is looking for. What's Arizona going to do when the United States says, hey, we're going to just stay with daylight savings time? We're not going to fall back ever again.
We're mavericks here in Arizona. We still think we're cowboys. So
I've been out to
Stevie Lee,
Arizona.
so happy to see you. Hello, girlfriend. Sorry that James isn't here for you to roast because that's my favorite thing that you do.
Yeah,
but
where is James? You would
appreciate
think he'd come in as a fellow Browns fan.
and wear his little outfit. He will definitely be on the Newlywed Game when you're on for sure. To interrogate you. So
Interrogate us.
So please click on that link. I will add the link to the stream. Sorry, I have trouble having Instagram talk to YouTube. It's a me thing. I'm
not a huge
the
fan of
best.
Instagram. Outside of the chat feature, sometimes they get too many options.
It's too confusing for him.
Do you know what? I was not an Instagrammer, and then my kids kept sending me these reels and saying, you need to do these reels. You need to do them and then put them on YouTube and be on TikTok and all this. And I was like, I'm 100 years old. I probably shouldn't. But so then they would send them to me and they were flipping hilarious. So then I was like,
some of those reels are.
So I'm like, I am going to do this. I am having fun. The problem is it becomes addictive and you're just watching. I watch a lot of dog videos. Like, the dogs that talk. It's so fun. Anyway,
see, my thing is TikTok. I try to stay away from it, and then I find a good feed and start following.
Yes.
Like, I'll get like a good rotation going, then all of a sudden something really stupid comes on, and I'm like, "Oh, this is hilarious!" Then all of a sudden I got this stupid crap for like a week, and I'm like, flip, just to get back to what I've been watching.
Yeah, I have now Instagram. It's a lot of Disney for me, a lot of like fashion, and a lot of dogs. I go over to TikTok, and to be honest, it's mostly dancing men over 50. I just love it.
I'm not over 50.
I can't
What are you
get
saying?
enough of it. Like dancing to this old school music, and I'm like, that man, look at that. I love that jam, So it's ridiculous.
I got stuck
Thank you,
in
Kay.
I got stuck in an instant loop of
Hi,
the Teenage Dirtbag song. Do you remember that song?
Oh, I made one. Did you make one?
No,
yes,
I didn't know.
See it.
But I love.
I wasn't really a dirtbag though. I was kind of a goody, but
if I could find pictures of me, I was kind of.
We have a few.
Dirtbag.
You should.
You and Uncle Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
I was not a dirtbag at all. I was a good girl. I was a band geek, and I had all A's. And
yes. So mine's you should do that. I'm trying to get Chris Addy Family's adventures to do it too because he was rocking a mullet in high school. So I want to see this in
Kelly,
that
can I
teenage
tell you a
dirt bag.
secret?
But it's so fun. Tina Marie did one. I'm obsessed with it.
Can I tell you a secret?
But yeah.
I'm at $102.
Yay! Thank you, chat. You are amazing.
You guys
You
really are amazing.
are amazing. You are amazing. I am so happy right now.
I better.
She's regretting the
I'm-
$250
I'm
right now.
I'm going to work tomorrow. Maybe I'll just borrow some diapers from work.
Yes,
She's a nurse.
I was gonna say. I hope you're a nurse.
Yeah, I am.
You know, my boss, he wears diapers.
Actually, they don't let us go to the bathroom, so that's what we have to use.
Oh my gosh. I remember when somebody told me that race car drivers and motorcycle racers have to go in their outfits. Do you know this? Or
Oh.
people sometimes tell me stuff that's not true, and I just believe everything? Is that true?
Race
Do
car
they
drivers
actually just go in
have
their
a
pants?
relief system.
They have a what?
A relief system.
Like astronaut?
Kind of.
So they
drink Gatorade and they put out Tang. It's literally they pee in a cup that's attached to a hose that goes into a container.
I'm surprised they don't make nurses do that.
Don't get any ideas, hospital where she works.
Like they hand out a mask along with cup. Please attach this to your leg.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I sometimes need to do that when Taylor and I go out thrifting because that girl will not, or shopping. She will not stop. She will not stop. I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. No, we can't stop. The deals are here. So we always have a good time, but it's a thing. So but no, how much are we at now? Is it 102?
We're at 102. If I can take a minute, Catherine Wilby donated $50. Carol donated $26.05, and I had a $26.05 anonymously, which I think if he wanted it to be left anonymous, I will. But he did mention in the chat that he did make a donation.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, chat. You're amazing. Now, remember, if we get them to 250 before the stream, they will show up in diapers, and Martine is going to be watching the scary stuff, which she does not enjoy.
Scare zone.
So we're gonna get to see her like cry. And
Lord have mercy.
When we go through the scare zone, by the way, for one, it's dark. I don't know if you've watched any of my streams from Cedar Point. But there's an area called
very
Frontier
dark.
Town, which is very dark at night anyway, because there are cabins back there that are from the frontier town. That in the frontier towns that surrounded the area. So I mean, these are old buildings back there.
So cool.
They have smoke machines to put a layer of fog over top of your walkway, and they have lights through the fog, so it kind of darkens everything underneath of you. You can see shapes. You don't know what's lurking around you.
Listen to what's lurking.
They just wander in and out of people. And they'll just walk up to you, and they might just say boo to you. They may scream in your face. They may come sliding across on their hands and knees, leaving sparks, and jump up and scare you.
Yeah, these people will wear like steel knee pads or something. And
what?
Yeah, and they run at you.
And then they slide across the ground.
And they slide across the ground,
like
and
the
then
grave
there's
diggers.
sparks.
Like the shovels for the grave diggers.
That is so cool. I mean, literally. I mean, is it all boys or some girls doing it? I mean, just imagine you're a young person, and I mean, how fun was it to like run and slide across, your mom's kitchen floor with your socks on? Yeah. Can you imagine how cool that would be
now.
To run and be able to causing sparks and everything? That is awesome. I love it.
And if I can comment on Mike's comment, if you can bring that one back up.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not the bathrooms you got to worry about. It's the giant wheel, the Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Ferris wheel.
there was a big
There was
situation
a
of
situation
a
on the
couple
Ferris
getting
wheel.
escorted out of the park. in
Yes, I
handcuffs.
meant to ask you about that. I actually
No, we
included
weren't
that
there, and no, it wasn't us.
in my what not to do at a theme park. We do that on Sunday night sometimes. It's amazing what people will do, right?
Ugh.
I
People-
mean,
It's
a
not like I
Ferris wheel
haven't
is
thought about
not the
these
most
things.
like, you know, secretive place. I mean,
No.
I mean, I'm all for a public thrill, but it's the idea of being caught. You might be caught,
Maybe your
but
channel should be
you're being
Orgasmic
caught
Chronicles.
on Ferris wheel. What?
I said maybe your channel should be Orgasmic Chronicles.
Oh lordy.
That could be your OnlyFans page.
Oh lordy.
Hey, this girl is broke. It may come to that. We just
Oh, don't think I haven't thought about putting on high heels and a thong and parading around on OnlyFans. It's hard out here for a pimp.
I'm sorry, but you have a
Oh,
great
Lord.
name for it too, Martine. I mean that's a sexy name.
It means to war or warlike.
We were meant to be friends because Kelly actually means warrior, female
Oh.
warrior. Oh, I don't know. When I was in grade school, everybody was getting these things like, oh, my name is, Jennifer, and it means beautiful flower.
Yeah.
And, all this stuff. And I'm like, warrior woman. What?
Followed with a punch to the throat.
I can't. Boom goes a dynamite if I get mad enough. But yeah, Martine though, that's very I don't know, pretty name, very pretty name. Okay, so we're still at 102. We got to try by Saturday. We're gonna do this to get you to 250. And I'm getting confirmation about the diapers and Martine being scared.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, we are almost halfway there.
We have to let Pete know that diapers are now involved.
Don't get the man in a froth. You want to hear a great, we were talking about the November trip.
Yeah.
I got a great story of how we wound up meeting people. See, we got there in the morning and they were all off at their own parks and we were doing the Christmas party with everybody that night we got
True.
there.
She's not talking about the fundraiser, Mar. She's talking about the OnlyFans. Yeah, no, thank you.
We are on our way back to Casey's Corner. I'm walking in to get food. And I see this guy walk past me with this huge face tattoo.
Oh.
And he walked by. We were really crowded and like people all over. And this guy walked past and I'm like, this guy has this massive tattoo that looks like Christmas lights.
Like all over his face.
So I come over and I says, you should have seen this guy's tattoo. It looked like Christmas lights. She goes, oh, that's Tracy. And all of a sudden he turned around and he said, hey. So we introduced ourselves to each other.
Yeah, because he
and
was
goes,
right behind us.
And he goes, hey, did she tell you how we met? And I go, no. And he goes, she just starts talking to me. And he's like, man, who is this lady over here that knows my name? And Amy Scott, HAC Magic, was standing there. And I wound up meeting both of them first. And then Billy and Kinsey came from where, I don't remember what they were doing. And then he's like, hey, let's go meet. You haven't met Pete yet, have you? And I'm like, no. He goes, let's go find him. And have you met Tracy?
Yes, I got to hang out all day one day with their family, Billy and Kenzie and Tracy and the boyfriend, Matt.
Yeah.
See,
we
we
didn't get to meet Matt.
Because they had just started dating, I think.
No.
They'd been for a while.
They had been together.
Yeah.
Anyway, if she's done talking, we start walking down Main Street. He picks up his phone. And he goes, I'm going to call Pete, see if we can find him. Say, hey, Pete. He goes, you missing a leg? And I hear Pete go, yeah, did you find it? He goes, yeah, there was one for sale back here on the corner. And I'm like, oh, I am with the right people right now. And, Pete, as long as you know him, he takes that stuff so great because he knows that it
really
came from a funny place. And I don't think we met anybody we didn't get along with. I
yeah,
mean,
no, everybody was fantastic.
you know, and there was
And
some
real.
that I wish I had more time with. Like we didn't get a lot of time with Jeff and Angela, which I really wanted to spend some time with Jeff. We just didn't have it.
Oh, he's him and Angela. He really is on stream who he is like in person. He's funny and kind of goofy and a fantastic dancer, and you know, everything you see is absolutely how he is in real life. Just
Well, we
they
all
are
went
the
to eat.
best people.
We all
Angela's
went to eat.
sweet.
We all went to eat via Napoli. We all come out, and he's out there trying to wrestle Mylene to the ground. And she stood back up, and he goes, "Let's go again. I can take you." And I'm like, "This is just great." Harmonious is going off in the background. 90% of the park is watching the show, and there's Mylene and Jeff wrestling in Italy.
I
And I'm
love
like,
it.
yeah.
I
We
mean,
got to spend-
no filter, exactly, Jonathan. No
Yeah.
filter.
We got to spend a little time with Baker, which was, I mean, not a lot of
Chris,
time, but
amazing.
and
Yeah.
Chris Dad Builds, he was amazing.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed just sitting and talking with him. That was just amazing. Carlos and Suzanne were great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You know, I do miss, I'll be back in Florida soon, but I do miss all my friends so much. You know, they really are good people. And I there's something about people that love Disney, that love theme parks, that just makes them good people. You know, there's such a connection in this community, and just really fun people, you know,
Yeah.
that like to have a good time. So, you know, and are really there for each other. There's so much support, you know.
Yeah.
You have people, you know, ninja watching and replaying and, you know, in your lives. And just, it really encourages everybody to keep going, because we are all in this together. You know, I want you to succeed, and I hope you want me to succeed, and let's us all have a
Yeah.
good time, you know. So I love that. Oh my God. I was watching as many like streams during that time because I was supposed to be there. And I was just missing everybody so much. But yeah. I love that you had a great experience.
Yeah, it's a trip that we didn't need to make, but we needed to make.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Well, please, everyone
got
in
a
chat,
daughter
if you
stalking.
didn't know Fantasmic Chronicles before this, please go check them out. Please support their Saturday stream. Please check out that link. And, you know, if you can donate even $5 or whatever, we appreciate you. Or just share it out if you can't afford to do that. I see it. You know, if it's not, and we understand. Just share it out for them so that other people find out about this great cause that they're doing and earning money for. Plus,
So
I
much.
just love that there's diapers and scaring involved. So welcome, Justin. Oh my goodness. So great to see you.
This is Caitlin, our little dancing
Hi,
queen.
Caitlin. So good to see you.
She said if we raise $100, she would go through a scare zone.
I did not
She
say
did
that. I did not say that.
She
We're
actually
already
said,
there, Caitlin.
It's funny. She said, "Sorry, kids, there isn't enough money in the world."
Oh, everybody's saying hi to you, Caitlin, in chat. So happy to see you.
Oh yeah.
Not for all the money in the world, huh? There's not enough.
That's what she said. She goes, I said, what would you tell these kids? And she goes, I'd say, sorry, kids. There's not enough money in this world.
She's a girl who knows her limits. I swear, I think I would end up in a padded cell, like, you know, rocking myself.
I might by the end of the night. We'll see.
Well, we'll find out in about $148.
Yep.
I love it. So please, please, please go check them out. Support their
Seriously,
stream.
thank
Share it
you
out as
so
much as
much.
you can. Let's help them help kids and get a good laugh about the diapers and, you know, my friend being scared. So, what have you got coming up other than this? Will this be your last time to Cedar Point before the next season?
Yep. unless we are lucky enough to score one of the 200 tickets for the chill out. I have tried for 3 years without
What's
success.
a chill out? Wait, tell me about this. What is
This
that?
is every February. This is a big fundraiser for them. They sell 200 tickets plus, and you can have up to 3 tickets a piece. So a possibility of 600 people in the park. And oh, I guess she's out of here. Okay. Anyways,
Sorry, I'm keeping you kind of late, but I'm
no,
having so much
it's
fun.
fine. But it's basically a behind the scenes in a way. You get to take tours of the maintenance facilities, and they show you how they strip down a train from a roller coaster, what goes into rebuilding the trains every year, what goes into taking care of, because they have animals. I mean, not a lot. I mean, it's more of a petting zoo. As a matter of fact, I think I might have shared it already, but they have alpacas up there, and they have a camel. They've got goats and cows, and so it's a kids area. It's a petting zoo. But they just had an alpaca that was born to the park the other day, and they just had a contest to name it. And they gave 4 ideas, and one of them was Tony. I was hoping for Tony. It didn't happen, but this thing got named Churro. So I was like,
I love that though.
But yeah, but that's just something that's Cedar Point finds those little things. You're not in the park, but you're still involved.
Yeah.
But
I love that.
They've got that. And we have one up there that me and Martine lovingly called Jeff. He's just kind of a goofy looking alpaca. He's a little crooked in the mouth and just kind of stares at you funny. And I just feel like Jeff kind of looks at you like that sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can see the resemblance.
So, but anyways, the winter chill out, they have several different stations you can go to and get information about what's coming up for the following year. You kind of get it ahead of everybody else. And it's kind of a YouTuber's dream.
Yeah.
Kind of like getting like preview access to Guardians of the Galaxy or something. This is your chance as a YouTuber to really get in there and say, hey, these are the changes coming next year at Cedar Point. So that's something I really want to get into because I love the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? The whole mechanical aspect of roller coasters, how they work, how does this stuff work? And my son's the same way because my son now, the one that's going to be 15, he now is telling me about stuff that I don't know. Because I have taught him everything that I've learned over the years. Now he's like, hey, did you know that this here and this change is going to make this do this? And I'm like, well, that's really cool. I'm like,
that is cool when you have that mechanical mind. My dad was a master machinist. And so he would look at, theme parks that way too and talk to me. And it was like I was hearing, but, it is really, really cool when that's your thing. And there is just something really neat about that behind the scenes or that behind knowledge that just isn't, not everybody knows, that's, I love Disneyland. I love Disney World. I do. But Disneyland has all those like little secret hidden things I love so much. So this has been amazing. So I am definitely going to reach out to you. Chat, let me know. Don't they need to come on for the newlywed game? I on purpose asked none of those questions. But I'm just super happy to be able to hang out with you two. You're amazing. My cheeks are hurting. I've been smiling and laughing so much. So,
we really enjoyed this. I think
this is fun. This was fun.
See, she doesn't do a whole lot behind the camera, and I've told her every time that she does, it really does bring a different aspect to my live streams. She makes them more fun. I mean,
you two are fantastic together. I'm going to throw this out there. But when you were saying, hey, this is going to be your last one, while they have to winterize, are you going to be doing home streams?
I've never been a big home streamer, and I don't know.
We have nothing to talk about.
You do. You really do.
But, my son has asked a couple of times. He would like to do a couple just talking about roller coasters. He's one of the things that I've wanted to do, and I kind of want to do it because a lot of parks are closed during the winter. I would love to do a stream And, you know, someone like you that does a lot of,
Keep talking.
you know, you enjoy theme parks. I would like to get a panel to talk about what is your thing to do when you're not at Disney. Like for us at Cedar Point.
No, I get that. That's really kind of was the inspiration behind the series that I do, 50 States of Disney. Is, you know, okay, we all love Disney and love seeing everybody at Disney, but what do you do when you go home? What are your favorite things, you know, to do? Where do you like to go to eat? What is your favorite history about your state? And I have been blown away by all the things. Now, I will say Michigan did pretty well, and they've
I'm
been
sorry.
pointing fingers at Ohio. So I'm really hoping you can show up to represent
Do you know why
Sunday
they point
night.
fingers at Ohio? Because they don't have Cedar Point, Kings Island, or the Ohio
Ohio
State
State.
Buckeyes. Right, Carol?
Yeah, I want to hear what she has to say because she was on there representing Michigan. So, but
You had
yeah,
to
so
speak
it's been
down to Carol.
no.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
He's
Oh my
so
goodness,
mean.
she's a teacher. She was actually, I think, correcting my grammar.
That's because she's
Sorry
from
about my
Michigan.
dog.
She feels like she's better than everybody. Actually, I'm just
She was
kidding. I
amazing.
love Carol to death.
She was
She's
amazing.
become a really good friend. I really enjoy. We have a lot of really fun banter back and forth.
Hold on just a sec, Carol. This is for you.
You know what the funny part about being a mod is? Being a mod is not permanent.
Man, he is.
No, Carol gives it right back to me, and that's one thing I love about her.
Yeah.
She's amazing. It's super fun, beautiful, and you know, when you get to see her on stream, she's absolutely beautiful. So, this has been so stinking fun. I thank you so much, and thank you everyone in chat. Please go check out the fundraiser, check out the stream. I can't wait to see the diapers and the scaring. And I mean, it's fun to see somebody else be scared. So, Martine, I'm sorry that this is happening for you, but we're all going to be really entertained.
And we're at
Yes.
$102,
Yes.
folks.
Want to pay money for this. So 250, we need them at least to 250 to get her to be scared. And the diapers. And then everything after that. What was going to happen at 1,000?
I will
You're going to go to the house.
find a way to
Yeah,
get
the
into
house.
one. Even if
Chris.
it's one of the,
Even if he has to sneak you in.
yeah. Just hide you in my diaper till I get in the door.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, Jeff's taken us in the bathroom before. So
See?
Oh, I know.
not the first time. I happened to be nearby at that incident, and Angela let him have it. I mean,
Oh, I
it
don't
was
know.
like the best
See, and
thing
that's
ever.
one thing that makes them work. She's not
Yes.
afraid to tell him
Oh.
exactly how it is.
Like, what are you doing?
And I'm sure it was Jeffrey.
Yes, so great. So they are really, really great. And Angela is a fantastic singer, which I was like amazed by. She's a really great singer. Just putting that out there. But okay, so Saturday, 7 o'clock
p.m.
Eastern time. You're maybe going to start about 6:30, right?
Yeah, I would, and I might just actually change the time. That way people get the notification earlier. It's going to say 7. I'm not going to change the thumbnail for all that. They'll get the notification. If you are not subscribed, even if you're only going to subscribe through Saturday, I don't want people to miss this. I think we're going to have a really good time.
You'll want to stay. So go check out their channel. Hit that button. It's free. You'll be so happy you did. Their streams are amazing. They're such a great couple, and they do fun things. You know, your interaction with each other is dynamic, and this fundraiser is just so wonderful. What a blessing to do for that organization. So
And
I'm
diapers.
super happy to pump it up. And I'll get on and donate as soon as the stream is over. But
Hey, Debbie.
no, I appreciate you, Debbie. Debbie came on Sunday night stream, which was a super big treat. So appreciate
Debbie's
her.
another amazing person.
So sweet. I love her, and beautiful too, and kind, thoughtful, and like I don't think she sleeps because she's in every stream.
She's
Just-
always in somewhere.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
okay.
Rockin' Robin. Tweet, Rockin' Robin. Welcome, Robin. Yes, tweet. So this has been fun. I kept you longer than I want you to come back. So I've got you nailed down. We're gonna do a newlywed game. Get your blindfolds ready.
I thought you were just going to keep us on here until we got back around to the newlywed game.
I know I told him it'll be an hour. But my cheeks are hurting. This was so much fun. If you join late, watch the beginning. These two people are amazing. They're doing an amazing charity fundraiser this Saturday. Let's all participate. And it'll be a little fun to see them in diapers and being scared. So
Now, does it
we
count
want to
as a
help
diaper
kids,
if you're
but
wearing
I'm
a
really
Speedo?
after the diapers.
You're not wearing a Speedo either.
Why not? For charity.
Those children don't want you wearing a Speedo.
It's not a thong. It'd be worse.
It's
He's got a point.
European. It's European.
It's European.
But you have to wax my butt cheeks too, not just my back.
Oh,
Stream that. That should
it's gonna be a long night.
Okay, we have kept you long enough. I appreciate everything you've
so
done for
thank
me
you
this
so
evening.
much, everyone in chat. We adore you. Please go support this fantastic family and their channel and their fundraiser. I appreciate you. I'll see you again soon. Tonight I'll be on Addie Family Adventures with general knowledge quiz, so you'll get to see me not know the answers. It's going to be awesome. You can be top banana. That's 10:30 Addie Family Adventures. Thank you so much. Check out Fantasmic or Orgasmic Chronicles. Have a blessed and magical night, everyone, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Smile. It might be the